Number 7. Braun Strowman is a relatively new WWE star, and his popularity continues to grow. He is WWE's newest big man to join a long history of wrestling giants that included The Undertaker, The Great Khali, The Big Show, Mark Henry, King Kong Bundy, Viscera and, of course, André, the Giant. A man's monstrosity of 6'8" height, 385 pounds became instantly popular as a member of the Wyatt family, and has since then he had elevated crowds with his immense manhandling power in and around the ring. Scherr, his actual name, also competed in the 2011 Arnold Amateur Strongman Championships.He was also in Pro Strongman competitions, but he did not win. His peak weight was 415 pounds, and that isn't WWE's build weight, it is his actual weight. Over the last 2 years, he dominated the square ring like nobody else. From destroying Roman Reigns to overthrowing an ambulance, he had done incredible feat of strengths. Indeed, Strowman is the only person who managed to manhandle Brock Lesnar like no one before did. Number 5. If we consider power to weight wise, Cesaro could be the strongest man in WWE. No other wrestler deadlifts an opponent from the ground with the same ease and grace as the Swiss Superman, nor do they move their enemies in the middle of the air as if he washed out a piece of clothing casually. Once Mark Henry said, "Cesaro is beyond naturally strong." Cesaro once swung the wrestling's giant monster, the Great Khali, in his finishing move just like an Olympic athlete performs hammer throw. The Swiss Superman has won a spot as a workout partner for power monsters such as John Cena and Sheamus while on the road. It is excellent training, but it's the strength that you don't expect him to have. Number 4. There shouldn't be any surprise to see the Big Red Machine on the list. His higher placing, however, might surprise you. Perhaps his scary monstrous persona overshadowed his physical strength features. For the sake of relevance, we would be talking about pre-2010 Big Red Monster Kane, not Gentle Giant, Corporate Kane or current Knox County Mayor. Although Kane is not as ripped off the list as others are, he is insanely strong. At 6'7" frame, Kane manhandled some of the strongest grapplers in the wrestling history. Feats of Kane's strength include lifting Triple H into the military press, giving The Undertaker a tombstone, and in an elimination match, lifting off the Big Show over the top rope. Brock Lesnar once mentioned in an interview that an arm wrestling match between the wrestlers occurred once backstage. Lesnar succeeded in defeating all the men, even the Big Show, but Kane was the only one he wasn't able to beat. Lesnar said that arm wrestling with Kane was like pulling a tree with one arm. Just like an old-school rapper carries big boombox, Kane once carried 500 pounds Big Show on his one shoulder and walked around the ring. Number 3. Although many of WWE have their own home in hyperbole, Mark Henry was dubbed as the world's strongest man was not an exaggeration or WWE roleplay. And sometimes Henry would be called upon to make life easier for the WWE superstars with his superhuman strength. Henry was not only the monster of every monster, but he was a distinct type of monster. These specific race species in the gym could do things that none of the genetic freaks could even imagine. Henry holds the world record as the youngest man ever to squat over 900 pounds without a squat suit, and the youngest person with a total of over 2,300 pounds score, the only person ever to perform these feats at age 25. Mark Henry has an extensive list of strength features. on an episode of SmackDown in 2006 tried to interfere in a cage match between Batista and Rey Mysterio vs Eminem. Mistakenly, the cage door was locked with a real steel chain. After struggling for a couple of minutes, Henry ripped that chain off with his bare hands. Once the 17-year WWE veteran pulled a semi-truck at the Press Forward Back to School charity event presented by Agape Christian Ministries. Number 2. The popularity of Cena has helped him bag commercials from major brands, and he has developed into the movie industry there. Cena debuted in WWE in 2002 as the prototype and quickly became a crowd favorite. The famous catchword of John Cena, "You can't see me," used to for some time to taunt his opponents, suggesting that they weren't up to its standard. But since Cena spends more time in Hollywood, WWE fans can't really see Cena. WrestleMania 25 was one of the best moments of this time. However, John Cena managed to do something which was still a subject of discussion. He lifted Big Show with Edge stacked on top of him cleanly off the ground and delivered an attitude adjustment for the ages. It was about 750 plus combined pounds in weight, and even his ardent haters tipped their hats to his strength. Started to compete in MMA. Division 1 amateur wrestling champion. Brock Lesnar also has a breathtakingly strong chin. Return to WWE. Once Lesnar showed off his strength by picking up a referee plainly with one hand, just as someone picks up a bag, and tossed him quite casually back in the ring.